If you're a healer or a holistic practitioner, meaning you practice hypnosis, NLP, somatic work, you're a mindset coach, relationship coach, anything focused on wellness and transformation, and you have an active practice, and you're making less than $10,000 per month, it doesn't have to do anything with your modality. It doesn't have to do anything with your particular set of skills. You're probably a great practitioner. It has to do with your business model. In the next 30 minutes, I'm going to show you the problem with the session or time-based model and how that model of selling sessions or package sessions is preventing you from going beyond that income bracket that you're in, and it's actually sabotaging your client's transformation. So here is what we'll cover. 1, why the session model feels safe for many practitioners, but it's actually risky. Number 2, the 3 specific problems that offering sessions will create in your practice. 3, what high-level practitioners and successful healers who have a thriving practice do instead. And finally, how to make the shift from sessions to transformation. So comment down below the word session if you've ever had a client meet with you, have an incredible breakthrough, and then ghost you for like 6 months or 3 months, and you thought that they were going to just keep working with you. So here's something that I see often, right? And maybe you can relate to this. You have spent an incredible amount of time and energy mastering your craft. You're probably really talented at what you do. You've seen people that work with you experience incredible transformations, but still something seems off. You know in your heart that your practice should be completely filled. You should be completely booked, and it's not happening. So now I'm going to talk about certain symptoms that people who their practice is mainly based on offering sessions suffer from. And the first symptom is that you reach an income ceiling, meaning that no matter how many sessions you offer, you can't go beyond a certain income level. Why? Because you only have so much time available to offer sessions. The second symptom is that you're probably exhausted. You feel burnt out for 2 reasons. 1, because you're constantly doing sessions after sessions after sessions, and because you can't retain clients. What happens is you constantly have to pray and hope for new clients to come in, or you're desperately trying to pursue clients, and it's a very tiring marketing practice. The third symptom is feast or famine. Some month you do great, you're fully booked, you're doing 5,000-6,000 maybe, and then other months you're barely breaking even. So there's no consistency in the income. It's very volatile, and that can add to the feeling exhausted and feeling burned out. The fourth symptom is disappearing clients. You get a new client, you may even have a wonderful experience, but then you don't see them again. They take off. And the final symptom is you suffer from imposter syndrome. You know that you have what it takes, but there's an inner conflict within you because you've seen the results of your work, but why isn't that translating into abundance, wealth, of having a thriving and successful healing practice? And this is where many healers and holistic practitioners start to doubt themselves. Here's the hidden cost of these symptoms. 1, that you may start resenting the work that you once loved and felt so passionate about. You might also be questioning if you are cut out to do this. Another hidden cost is you may be working more than before, but you're making less. And finally, the most devastating cost is that you might be thinking of getting a second job or quitting even and getting just a regular job because, let's face it, we live in a reality where you have to pay the bills, you probably have to provide for a family, and it can be tough as a healer to make ends meet. And again, I want to highlight and remind you that this has nothing to do with you being not good enough. It doesn't have to do anything with your modality or your particular set of skills. It has more to do with how you are structuring your practice, your messaging, how you're speaking to your clients, and probably the biggest culprit is what type of services you're offering. And here we're going to talk about mainly offering sessions and getting stuck in the session time trap. So go ahead and type in the comments below resonate, the word resonate, if this is hitting home and you have experienced some of these things. I know I have. This is why I am talking about this, because I went through resenting my work. I felt burned out. I thought about getting another job, and it was devastating because this was my life's mission, my life's purpose. Thank God I didn't quit. Instead, I said, I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to try one last time. And I did. And this is what I want to help you do as well. So let's talk about why this is happening. There are 3 specific problems with the session-based model that will hinder your growth and sabotage your healing practice and sabotage the work, the results your clients experience when working with you. So the first problem is a positioning problem, meaning anyone can book you. You have your website and anyone can come in, click a button, and schedule a session with you. On the surface, this might look like a good idea. I'm open to anyone, but it speaks something entirely different, meaning that your client is anyone with a credit card and a pulse. It's not really defined. And if you want to become a successful healer, you have to qualify people. And you have to let them know that you work with a very specific type of individual. You have standards. You just won't work with anyone. You see, when you position yourself as an expert, people look for you, not the other way around. And they're willing to pay premium prices because you are an expert. You are an authority. The opposite of that is a desperate positioning where you are available to anyone and everyone, anytime. And here you enter a bracket where you're competing on price and availability. And one of the worst effects that being available to everyone has is that you can also attract the worst types of clients. These are the clients who are stuck in deep victimization mode, which means that they will eventually blame you for the problems or lack of success. You will attract people who want you to do all the work. They don't want to meet you halfway. They want you to save them, to rescue them. And this is a big weight to carry because they're showing up with the intention for you to fix them without them doing any of the inner work. The second type of client you'll attract is the tire kicker. It's like, oh, let me just try this out. Right? They show up for a session. Maybe they had a good result, but as soon as they find something else, they're gone. They're always shopping around with other 5 different practitioners, and they're not really committed. And if you want transformation, you know that you need absolute commitment from your client. You also attract energy vampires. These are the ones that, again, they want you to fix them. They want you to completely do 100% of the work. They don't want to take responsibility. And as soon as things start to go wrong, their energy turns nasty, and they're always asking for discounts. They're always demanding so much from you. It's just really heavy to work with this type of person. The real cost of this mistake of being available to everyone is that you'll spend a lot of your time and energy working with people who will never truly transform. And let's say you have memberships or group events. These will get intermingled with your best clients. And that's something that you definitely don't want to do. And because they drain your energy, then the clients who are really ready to show up, who are really committed, now you have less energy to give them because you're dealing with the drama and the nonsense from all these other clients. If you are in this position, you need to change that from being available to anyone and everyone to start qualifying your clients. Premium practitioners choose their clients as much as their client choose them. If they're not a good fit, don't work with them. This signals I'm an expert, not a commodity. So be honest, drop a comment below with the word nightmare if you've ever worked with a really difficult client who was super demanding, blamed you for not getting results, and wouldn't do the necessary work. Okay, so problem 1 is who you are attracting, right? When you're open to everyone. Problem 2 is what happens when that client shows up. And the second problem with offering sessions is that there is no real commitment. If someone signs up for 1 session or 2 sessions, that's not really a commitment. When a client shows up and they book a 60 or 90-minute session, and this is the first time you meet them, this creates a massive amount of pressure on you because now you have 60 minutes to radically transform this person's life. This seems low risk for the client, and that's why many practitioners offer the option of 1 or 2 sessions. But it's very risky for the both of you. So think about this. How long did it take your client to accumulate all those traumas, limiting self-beliefs, sabotaging patterns? And now they're showing up, and for the first 30 minutes of the session, they're telling you everything that they want to change, that they want to heal. And now you have 30, 60 minutes to get to work. It's not possible. In 1 or 2 sessions, you're barely scratching the surface. It's impossible for you to get to the core issue, to the root cause of the problem. So what ends up happening is that you offer temporary relief. So this is just like you wanting to go to the gym. You get a personal trainer, and the first day you have an amazing workout, right? And you get that high from working out. You sweat toxins, you feel invigorated, but you're not gonna get a 6-pack just going 1 time to the gym. It's the same thing. You need consistency. So why are we doing this in our healing or holistic practice? Transformation is a journey, it's not an event. And healing is layered, not linear. Real change requires consistency and repetition. Now, what's your experience as a practitioner when you're offering these single sessions? Is that you feel like you're failing when you're not. You start second guessing your abilities. You might blame yourself or take it personally when the client doesn't book another session, doesn't come back. You wonder if you should get more certifications. But the truth is, you can't create miracles if there's no commitment from the client. Now, this is very important. Don't fall into this trap. You think, okay, so yeah, I won't offer single sessions. I'll offer package sessions, 10 sessions, 12 sessions. And many practitioners think that this will solve the problem. It doesn't. Why? Because you're still selling sessions. And sessions means to the client time spent with you. So now they're equating your value in terms of time and number of sessions. So creating session packages is not the answer. So here the shift is to create a container where you can work with this client long term, 3, 4, maybe 6 months. And with that, it's not only sessions included, but there's support. You can hold them accountable, right? And you create a very specific system that is structured, a journey with specific milestones where you can take them from where they are right now to where they want to be. By the way, if you're realizing that you need to restructure your offers, but you don't know where to start, don't worry, I got you. I have a free masterclass, the 5 steps to scale your healing or holistic practice to $10,000 or more per month. The link is in the description and pinned in the comments. Get it, and there you will learn how to transition from sessions to selling transformation. Now, let's move to the third and final problem that you get with selling sessions. We talked about attracting the wrong clients and having no commitment. Now let's dive into the third problem, which is the sneakiest one and is actually hurting your clients a lot. And I did a little bit of a sneak preview when we talked about no commitment, and it's the temporary relief trap. So now I'm going to go deeper into that, and I'm going to tell you why it's such a big problem. So let's walk through the cycle, the step-by-step cycle of the temporary relief trap. So step 1, the client shows up. They are suffering. They're desperate for relief. They're willing to try anything, and they book a session with you. The step 2, they show up. You do phenomenal work. You are in the zone. You deliver your best skills, strategies. You know, this client will have an incredible breakthrough. They might even have, tears flowing down. They feel amazing. And you can feel that energy shift. So the third step, the client is in cloud 9. During the session and after the session, they're telling you, thank you so much. This felt great. This has changed my life. And you're like, wow, this is amazing. You feel really good about yourself. But then the session ends and things start to change. The fourth step, the client disappears. Days, weeks, even months pass. You don't hear again from them. And you think to yourself, how could that be? If we had such a powerful session, if this person had such an incredible breakthrough, they even told me that they've been looking to solve this problem or experience this state for the longest time, why didn't they come back, right? So here's the main psychological reason why clients disappear after experiencing temporary relief. You see, humans are mainly wired to run away from pain, but they're not wired to run towards growth. This means that when the pain is gone, the motivation tends to disappear. So they came to you to feel better, and now they do. So from their nervous system, the mission has been accomplished. I feel great. However, going deeper would mean getting uncomfortable again, uncovering new layers of pain. But unconsciously, they don't want that. So what happens next? The old patterns resurface. Why? Because the root cause wasn't addressed. Okay? They get triggered again, the pain comes back, and now the client has two options. Option one, they blame themselves. Oh, I couldn't integrate it, I couldn't hold it, I didn't follow through. Or option two, they blame you. He didn't fix me, he didn't solve the problem, it didn't work. Now, with option one, they might come back, but again, they only come back when there's pain. And so that lack of consistency doesn't allow you to hold them accountable and get that necessary momentum to experience a true breakthrough that lasts, that it's permanent, so that they can create a new identity. Not only create it, but embody it. So this is devastating for many reasons. One, for the client, they stay stuck in the pattern and they keep hopping from one practitioner to another practitioner. For you as the practitioner, it's devastating because now you're second guessing yourself. You're thinking, what did I do wrong? Am I not doing enough? Does this even work? And for the industry, it's really bad because it gives a bad rep that mindset coaches, healers, or holistic practitioners don't really do a great job. So the real issue is not that the work is not powerful. It is. The problem is the session-based model that doesn't allow for true commitment and the experience of lasting results. You need a structure that keeps them through the process of discomfort, that keeps them accountable, keeps them committed, so that you can hold their hand and take them from point A to point B. So what is the solution? Well, let's start with what is not the solution. The solution is not offering sessions. The solution is not getting more certifications. The solution is not marketing yourself more. The solution is how you deliver transformation. You gotta change the structure on how you deliver that. And it's not through sessions. The solution high-level practitioners use is that they don't sell time, sessions. They sell transformation. They sell outcomes, value, results. People don't wake up and say, ooh, I need a session. A session is what's missing in my life. They want transformation. So instead of selling sessions, you're selling outcomes. Instead of trying it out, you are positioning yourself to have clients who are committed. What makes containers different? Well, let's start with the first one, selective acceptance. You are qualifying clients. Second, you work with them for an extended period of time, not just 1 or 2 sessions for an hour or 2. Third, multi-modal support, meaning you're not offering just one-on-one sessions. You have other ways of supporting that client through that journey. The fourth one, a really important one, premium pricing. These containers, these programs have high tickets, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 per program. And what that means is the more the client invests, the more skin in the game they have. Why? Because money, like everything else, is energy. It's a form of energy. And when I move that energy, when I invest that energy, I want to get something in return. When was the last time you bought a $20, $50, or $100 program and it radically changed your life? Probably never, right? I bought a $100 program to get more flexible and open my hips. Guess how many times I did that program? A couple of times, and then I quit. Now, if I had paid $5,000 or $3,000 for that very same program, and I had different experience of support, someone to hold me accountable, you would bet that now I would be performing insert de soleil, doing back bends and just putting one leg behind my head. Because if you invest more, you have more skin in the game. So if you want to transition from selling time, sessions, being seen as a commodity, being compared with many other healers and holistic practitioners in your field, to becoming an expert, an authority, having people seek you and want to work with you, selling programs that allow your clients to experience a true transformation. And instead of working with 30, 40 clients per month, you can work with a handful of clients and double or triple your income. Then make sure to watch my masterclass, 5 steps to scale your healing or holistic practice to $10,000 or more per month. The link is in the description, pinned in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.